Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So in today's ASMR football facts video, we are going to be looking at the FIFA World Cup 2022 Group C. If you've missed Group A and Group B's video, then go back and look at them as well. Okay, so today we're going to look at Group C, which is the group containing Argentina, Mexico, Poland and Saudi Arabia. And in this video I'm going to be looking at the squads, and we'll take a look at their highest placing, how they qualified, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. And also we'll talk a little bit about my predictions, which I also did in a further video a couple of weeks back, and I'll leave a link to that right at the end of this video for you too. Okay, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's go. So, yes, we've got Argentina from the South American Football Federation, Mexico from the North American, Poland from Europe, and Saudi Arabia from the Asian Confederation. I've ordered them in terms of their pot number 1, 2, 3 and 4, which corresponds to their FIFA rankings in March of 2022. So, Argentina were 4th in the rankings at that point in time. Mexico were actually top 10, they were 9th. Poland 26th, and Saudi Arabia 49th. Argentina were runners-up in the qualifying campaign in South America to Brazil. Mexico were runners-up, interestingly, to Canada, who topped their group. Poland came through the playoffs. They had a bye in the first round. They should have played Russia, and then they beat Sweden, off the top of my head, in their second round path. And lastly, Saudi Arabia won their end of the Asian groups. I think, off the top of my head, Iran won the other group. So let's look at their best appearances and all that info. So yeah, Argentina qualified very early on. I think one of the first teams November, and these three in March. Their finals appearance, they've had 18 finals appearances. That's amazing. They all appeared in the previous edition of the World Cup as well. But what stands Argentina out, or makes them stand out I should say, is the fact they won it twice. In 1978, which was in Argentina, and then 86, Spain was 82. Was 86 in Mexico? Yeah, it was in Mexico. And Mexico themselves have been in it 17 times. They made the quarterfinals in 1786, so in their own World Cup. 70, where was that? Oh, in Mexico, sorry. It's been in Mexico a couple of times. And it's going back there next time as well, isn't it? Mexico will have hosted it more times than any other country, I believe, after the next World Cup. So Poland have been 9 times to the World Cup, and 3rd place is their highest. In 74 and 82. 82 was in Spain. It's the year I was born. And 74 was in West Germany. And lastly, Saudi Arabia, who have been 6 times, and their best appearance was in 94. Was that in the World Cup in the USA, where they made the knockout rounds. Okay, so Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Poland. I said, see if I can remember what I said. I said Argentina would easily qualify out of this group, and I said that Mexico's hex will probably continue. What I mean is, Mexico have this incredible record. They have never failed to get out of the group, but every single time they have, they get knocked out in the first knockout round. No one else on the planet has that record. So Mexico has this hex on them, basically. So I think they'll probably do it again. I believe in that video they would get someone quite tricky, because they get someone in Group D. Oh yeah, they probably have France. So second in Group C faces first in Group D. I think France will get out of that group quite easily. It might be Denmark at the top, though you never know. France are the holding World Cup winners, and there's also a hex that says they usually don't get out of the group, which will be very interesting. Okay, should we take a look at the teams then? We'll start with Saudi Arabia, actually. We'll go this way. And then we'll finish with Argentina. So Saudi Arabia, players that they had in their recent squad, opposition were Colombia and Venezuela. So all home-based players, mostly from the top 3-4 teams. Al-Hilal, Al-Shabab, Al-Nasr and Al-Ittihad. Any from anywhere else? Al-Fateh is the only, yes, Firas Buraikan is the only one from outside of those top 4 teams. Interesting. Ah, yeah, sorry, Al-Hilal as well. Al-Ahli. I was wondering, I couldn't think that there would be no one from Al-Ahli. So, in terms of their players, I do actually know quite a lot about this league. Their goalkeepers are pretty decent. Al-Owais probably will start. He's got 36 caps. And then you've got, you know, a medium-aged squad. They're not too old and they're not too inexperienced. I think that Mohamed Al-Breik is a really good player. And Hassan Tambakti is young but very, very good. Midfield is where their biggest talent lies, I think. So their best players would be Salam Al-Dawsari, very, very fast winger. Then you've got, I like Mohamed Kano. He's a sort of midfield dynamo, very good in defence and attack, as is Otaif, Dawsari, Faraj, Kano, Bishi, Gharib, Najain Hassan, Khalid El Ghanam. He's a young up-and-coming player. Al Aboud, Buraikan Al Hamdan. There's a situation in Saudi Arabia that most of the foreign players in the league are strikers. So these two are two of the only top strikers in the league. There is an issue with strikers in Saudi Arabia, I'm afraid. He was suspended, but probably the best player of all is Fahad Al-Mu'allad, who plays for Al-Ittihad. He again is extremely fast. Really good player. Other players. Koikibi, another really fast player. They'll cause people a lot of problems on the counter-attack. I like Turki Alamar as well. anyone here in defence who should have been playing? Azadi Khabrani is another good player. Yeah, so in summary, Saudi Arabia got a very fast team with good wingers but inexperienced young strikers. Okay, let's look at Poland next. So, Poland's recent squad. Now, I hope they forgive me, but I think that there's some horrible thing that happens to Polish teams when they, well, certainly recently, when they qualify for championships. They qualify fairly easily, and then they get to the tournament and they don't do that well. I hope that changes this year. Namely because they've got no weaknesses. They've got extremely good players in every position. Wojciech Szczesny for Juventus is in goal. But they've got suitable. Drogowski is very good as well from Fiorentina. In goal, in defence, you've got people like Kamil Glik. He's getting on a bit now, but he's very experienced. You've got a lot of fast players, like Robert Gubny. He's only had 3 caps though. Brzezinski, Bednarek. Mati Cash has just started playing for them. He's very good as well. And then I think their midfield is very, very strong. So people like Linetti is a very decent player. I really like Sebastian Szymanski from Dinamo. Zielinski, excellent player from Napoli. Then you've got Krychowiak. I didn't realise he's playing for Al-Shabaab now. Then you've got... Actually, it looks like some of their players didn't play. We'll have a look from down here now. And then obviously up front you've got Lewandowski, who's outstanding. But actually, they've got loads of really good strikers as well. Piontek is very good. Milik is excellent. Midfielders, Moder, Bielik. Actually, some of the players that I would say are excellent aren't even on this list. Interesting. Who else? Łukasz Fabianski. So yeah, I think they've got a very, very good squad. I think they just need to have composure in the group stages and just try their best and not panic. But they've got the players to do well. Okay, let's look at Mexico. So, Mexico do have a lot of home-based players, but then a couple of ones abroad. But they play so many. Apparently, they play more international games than any other country, which maybe helps with their ranking being in the top 10. Players that I'm familiar with. So, Lineth. Says here of Betis. Did they buy him recently from the Netherlands then? Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. And yeah, a lot of their best players weren't picked in this squad by the looks of it. Eric Aguirre was there. Ochoa is there as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, some of their best players weren't called up recently. They're down here. Guillermo Ochoa in goals. Hector Moreno in defense. Carlos Salcido also in defence. And some of their really good midfielders, Hector Herrera, Andres Guardado. These are getting on now, unfortunately. Eric Gutierrez. Who else? Jonathan Dos Santos. Corona, however, is absolutely outstanding. Raúl Jiménez of Wolves is also fantastic. Irving Lozano, Chucky, is probably their best player. Outstanding winger, striker. And Funes Mori is pretty decent. I think they'll probably pick these players for the World Cup team rather than the home-based players, but they have such a strong league as well. They've got a number of players to call on. I always enjoy watching Mexico. I always support them. I do wish them luck. Look how cool their emblem is. They always have the best kits as well. The best kit of 1998 was Mexico's. See if it's very quickly. No, it doesn't have a picture of it. Look it up. You'll see what I mean. Okay, and last but definitely not least, as spoiler, if you watch the video that I put at the end predicting who I think is going to win the World Cup, Argentina are very much in that conversation. You have to watch that video to see who I predict. I think Argentina probably have the most well-known world-class players, particularly of this group. I wonder whether we'll be watching the final World Cup for a certain Lionel Messi. In goal, they don't have massive names, but they're all extremely good. I'm a fan of Rulli from his days with Real Sociedad in Spain. Maybe that's their weak area. They don't really have an absolute world-class household name in goals, but I think they still have excellent players there. And then we look down defence. Foyth, Taliafico, excellent player. Cristian Romero, Lisandro Martinez, who's just moved to Man United. I suppose some of these defenders aren't all household names either. Molina is at Atletico Madrid now, though. Acuna at Sevilla. Petzela at Betis. Montiel also at Sevilla, so maybe there's a changing of the guard at defence. And then midfield. You've got De Paul. Oh, he's moved to Atletico. But he used to be at Torino, did he? Or Udinese, that's it. Oh, he went there a year ago. Okay. Angel Di Maria, probably, who's just moved to Juve. Everyone's sort of underdog, really. He's amazing. Look at those stats. But people don't seem to recognise him as much as they should. Palacios, who's moved to Bayern now from River. Outstanding youngster. And then you've got Giovanni Lo Celso. And up front, Dybala, Martinez, Messi. But then if we look at these, Emiliano Martinez in goals. Otamendi, he's 34, I'm not sure if he'll make the final squad. Quarta has moved to Fiorentina then. He's very good. Midfield, Lanzini of West Ham. Then you've got front Correa of Atletico Madrid. Yeah, lots of players. I think they stand a really good chance of making it very deep into the competition. I think you probably agree with me. You don't bet against Argentina. It would be a foolish thing to do. hope you enjoyed the video. Join me again really soon where we'll be looking at Group D, and we'll do the same thing with that group. And also, you should be seeing now in the middle my overall World Cup predictions video. So watch that next. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.